Order, please. Let us resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand. I presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination? Oh, yeah, Governor.
I did, Gov, I did.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
Cool, blimey.
This is going to be hard work. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Winterbanks. It was bedlam soon as, weren't it?
It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have time to pull me Dukes out of my Lucy lockets.
However, that was a lie. You brothers!
Cool, blimey.
On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter.
I've never done nothing of the sort. How did you figure that?
Oh my gosh. Professional baddies, you will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time you will tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. A thought worth pondering, perhaps.
Say no more, Gov. We'll blab, we'll squeak, we'll peach.
Sure. Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing.
It was when we heard the gunshots, see, made us both jump and all that stuff went flying.
Lummy, it didn't give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter would come out the door and get us next.
We stuck everything back where we found it and scarpered. Straight into him in the black.
Couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see. We never even had a chance, did we? Never had a chance. So you admit to the defense's accusation. You did indeed ransack Mr. Winterbank's countertop on the night in question. No ransack, Governor, no.
That's right, Nash, that's right. It's more like we tidied it up, yeah. Sorry.
By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess. The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all.
We don't, Nash, we don't. Can't he make us sound a bit more cutthroat?
Do you want to get caught or not? It can't just be coincidence that these men showed up at Winterbanks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Speaking of Riflin, I think it's high time we had a look at the evidence once more. Oh, well, hello. Shall we get some flavor text? Yeah, let's not break it this time. Curious. Oh yeah, Von said it, didn't he? Oh, look at that. It's totally changed shapes just from one little press. Oh, that's what the button's for, Bruno. You're just like Hurley. You boys love pressing buttons, don't you? Especially if you don't know what they do. Us boys, says the 10-year-old girl. Anyway, now you can see that it really is a stereoscope, can't you? Curious. You have to pop your 2 prints in here to start with, you see. And then when you look through the eyepieces, you can see the image in 3 dimensions. The important thing to get right is the position of the 2 prints. I don't know who came up with the idea of a stereoscope. It's really quite fascinating. Galaxy brain. Nothing suspicious about the base. I don't know. Alright then. So maybe that might come in handy later. Move some stuff. We were rifling for nothing. With the gunshot made us both jump and that stuff. So they're saying they had time to tidy some stuff up. So they say. So they say. Oh, we thought the gunshot was gonna come after us next, but we had time to tidy up. Straight into him black. Is that something we can corroborate? We never had a chance. These last 2 statements are really bugging me, but I don't think I have anything direct, so I'm gonna just press for flavor text sake. Alright. Sure you weren't, but if that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place? You know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we?
We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we admitted to something like that, people would think we was up to no good.
Said Ringo me old China. We'd only land ourselves in even more trouble. And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble.
Well, it's more luck, innit?
Says the rotten apple eater. Witness says, explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter?
We never ransacked nothing. Right, Nash, right. Well, like we tidied the place up.
He's not getting any of this.
Sorry.
But why that end? Is that what we're going with? So what you're saying is, the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much, you knocked all those things off the counter? Well, shocked one of us that much, yeah. This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep its shirt on.
It was that alright, blimey. The dead granny would have woken up with a bang.
Big brother screamed like a blooming baby and fell over the counter. He knocked over a load of books, a candlestick and some skull whatnot.
I tangled into marionette. What knocked over a picture frame? What knocked them scales on the floor?
You've really mastered working quietly then. Suppose you're still alive if you're so scared.
I reckon my granny would have been scared back into the grave at a clatter like that.
So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise.
And then some. I mean, it was quiet as a mouse, and then all of a sudden, bam!
Oh, he's livid. Chomping away at the chips. Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add? That will help our case. Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. No, something to add about their testimony. You seemed to react just now what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something? Well, nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, only... Well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night. The statement they gave and told us a slightly different story to what they're saying now.
And why is that? Did it?
You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot.
Might have, Gov, might have. Does ring a bell now you mention it.
Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still. Well, it helps feel as perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, fellas. If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest of punishment to bear against them.
Easy, easy. You right this time? That's it, yep, it's all come back to me now.
It always does. Then speak! Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds.
Right you are, Gav.
Alright, what are we working with now? Just before the gunshot,
We heard a voice yelling out, give me that gun.
So in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously?
We did, Gav, we did. Right, I suppose if you're being honest, we heard a kind of wavering voice before the Eleanor. If you don't want to get shot. Kind of thing.
Korean actor tragically missed. Tragic. And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? Did you see?
Of course we could, from the other side of that door behind the counter it was.
From the storeroom where the victim was found dead. And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Winterbank. Was it? Did we ever say?
On me granny's life, of course it was. On his granny's life, of course it was.
So that would mean that you both knew Mr. Winterbank at the sound of his voice.
Yeah, so that would mean what? What, Nash, what? Any ideas?
Yes, Counsel, indeed it would.
No. We didn't know the geezer. I'm supposed to die here when that bloke in our fancy club is giving us the devil eye.
If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true.
Oh, my granny's Granny's life, it must be!
It's a good job his granny's dead. To summarize then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then heard the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering... Wait, hold on a second. Didn't he get shot at the back?
You make it sound like we're clumsy. Don't forget we tied it up after, like, good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it.
Hold on, what? Eh? Eh? Just before. Give me that gun. Okay, so wait, if that's Winterbank. Was it? Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm blue screening right now. Ah! Hold on, because he was shot from the back, and then allegedly he said, "Give me that gun." Who's he saying that to? Because if Gina did it, so you say, we're not saying she actually did, but so hypothetically, if Gina just did the killing blow from the back, who would he be saying, "Give me that gun" to? I'm not... Is this where... Should I press more, or should I just try... Okay, wait, no. Oh my god, I don't know how to communicate this to game. This is dubious. The boy was holding a gun, should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Should we just press this? And like try to get a more definitive statement out of them that we can refute? I'm gonna press, but like... Something's up with it. I mean, it's always up, but like... I don't know how I'm gonna... You're saying that Mr. Winterbank had a gun in his hands?
Oh yeah, but there was a sign, eh? Them two waving guns at each other. Must have gone pretty eating. I mean, just before we showered out, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't want to get shot..." It didn't really sound like you meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say.
Mr. Winterbank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. That's someone being himself, of course. Good grief. Extraordinary devotion indeed, if alarmingly misguided.
You certainly sound like he wasn't ready to pull the trigger the other night. Only the person he was going to shoot beat him to it. Cooked his goose proper. Me wish he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun."
It was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot.
It's more or less at the same time, Gov.
That just doesn't add up. Yeah, they're shooting at the front, but that doesn't make sense. That doesn't match up. Yes, the Korean acting very tragically missed.
You heard the sound of someone hitting the deck before everything went dead quiet. After that, we done a slapdash job tying the place up.
Should I just refute it? It's bothering me. It's bothering me so much. I don't know, am I getting a bit ahead of myself here? I'm gonna see, because it's seriously bothering me right now. Wait. Do we show the autopsy report? Because this one clearly says posterior, anterior being... No, wait. Fuck. Why do I not remember this? This is embarrassing. Okay, but I'm pretty sure this means the back. Yeah, the upper half of the victim's back, sorry. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, we're gonna try that. I don't feel confident, to be honest, because they're not explicitly saying, oh, they shot from the front. But the way they're acting it out, I can't help it. I'm so sorry, I'm so stuck right now. Damn! Let's just consider the implications of that statement for a moment, shall we? Game! Understand me! What implications, counsel? Nothing strikes me about it. Exactly, there's... I disagree, but alright, whatever. Wait, I think we've seen this text before, haven't we? I don't remember. I don't think that's the best advice, Yunosuke. I am... Oh my god. Should we... Oh! Should I just press more? Okay. I am so sorry. This is... Even the first time it was really hard. What the heck? What is this case? You didn't try to open the storeroom door then?
On your life! We're definitely quiet after they did. Put the wind right up me. But anyway, the door was locked, weren't it? No way that was opening.
Yes, of course. It was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe.
Was, Gaffy, was from the inside.
Right, we had no way of knowing what was what going on there, did we? Unless there was some other way to get a view of the inside of the storeroom. Like through the keyhole, or a spy hole perhaps.
Don't ring no bells, don't ring no lights. We had to go and run before we noticed anything like that. We're still cutting our teeth in this game, see, but one day we'll really cut the mustard.
Please cut it out. But as we know, behind that door was the victim's lifeless body, with the accused not 2 feet away. Unfortunately, Gina was in there unconscious, with a gun in her hand. To confirm, would it be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom?
That's right, yeah, that's right.
Couldn't have, even if we wanted to. We suck everything back in. We can corroborate this, can we? Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
It was a bit icy there. It was, Nash, it was. Truth be told, I was already shaking like a leaf when you lot turned up. If you're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand. Good advice, miss, good advice.
Truth be told, my mind went totally blank, it did.
Before your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loaded gun in your hand.
Mental note made, miss.
After that, we legged it down the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the coppers or something, so they carried the derbies on us like winking.
And after you'd been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct?
Well, yeah. But listen, that proves it, doesn't it, eh?
We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker scene. We never even had a chance, did we? And why should we believe that?
What? Well, it's true, isn't it? The place was totally empty when we went in.
At that time, The victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. Don't put words in our mouths. In other words, on the night in question, these two witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Winterbank. Correct?
You're fine, mister. Down to a T.
So the Skulkin brothers never actually encountered Mr. Winterbank. Is that really true, I wonder? That's it? That's the full extent of their testimony? What is it, Bruno? You look very fierce. I could pour you some herbal tea if you're tired. Thank you, but I'm fine. Being such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something. Something important. It's nothing more than a feeling, though. There's no proof to support it.
Well, feelings can be logical at times.
Sorry?
People's expressions, the movement of their eyes, the words they choose. You can take all that in and your brain will quietly analyse it to come up with a feeling like you described. You've concluded that there's something suspicious about the testimony without knowing why, that's all. I think you should trust your instincts.
Yes, thank you. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5. Intelligence knows no age, new nor scared's fine. Shoot, we pressed everything, didn't we? Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yell out, "Give me that gun!" The bloke on the... Okay, I should take Ira seriously. There is something bothering me, but I don't know how I can present my case here. Like, the way they're talking about it, it sounds like, oh, it's just the two of them having a confrontation. But then, like, when did Gina get the time to shoot from the back? So, like, what's going on? What? Oh! Oh, and then he killed face down. Okay.
It's the same shit game. What? So you're saying?
It's the same shit. Alright. Isn't it? I mean, I guess one of them's more visual, but still. The point is that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Winterbank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct?
What's it, Gov?
You've got the picture. Oh, I've got the picture.
He has, no question.
And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Winterbank... Oh. Well, they're probably gonna say some shit like, oh, someone took it after the crime.
You what? Gordon Bennett, ain't right?
Yep, here we go. There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. Yeah, the one round was shot. I would remind the court that Mr. Winterbank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand.
Yeah, that wall trot tool used the victim's old gun to finish him off. Kinda thing.
Say exactly where you are right there.
Yeah?
If the crime had taken place as you so colourfully described in your testimony, would give rise to an undeniable and insignificant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out.
Are you sure, counsel?
You intrigue me, my learned friend, but let's see some evidence to support your claim. Where's the proof that demonstrates this inconsistency? Do we present the autopsy report now? You'll start from the back.
Take that!
Oh, okay, so I guess I was getting a bit ahead of the game here, but according to their testimony, the witnesses claim to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by the gunshot. Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've been led to believe. Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of the death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. So, as I've stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
But it's the God's honest truth. Yes, that it is. When he was shot that night, the shopkeeper had a gun in his hand. We saw it with our own bleeding eyes.
Did you hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Winterbank holding a gun.
Something like that might have slipped out.
Might have. Ladies and gentlemen, you've all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw with their own eyes the victim wielding a gun. Which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person. Witnesses, explain yourselves at once! Do we even rely on them at this point?
The thing is, it weren't supposed to. What?
It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. It made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you. Am I to understand that you've replaced the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies?
Ever so sorry, Governor. Truth is, we see, Cry out, Nash, cry out! Back now. You know what we'll do, don't
He? Who are they talking about? Let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will talk. There is no other option available to you.
Bruv, come on, the game's up! I have no guts for guys!
In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out! On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place.
Well, do we have to?
On pain of death. I suggest you make yourself fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth.
Alright, so we just got inside the gaff and heaved a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mug.
Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we had it.
Oh, geezer, the bloke was as strong as an ox. He jacked me over the counter. keep your gun on him and then legged him through that door in the back room. It has nothing to do with killing him. That's all what happened, I swear.
I'm so confused. What's going on? So you're telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop?
Well, yeah, sorry.
Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably.
But honest governor, this time as this time, we ain't got nothing more to hide.
Except for this dude. Very well, counsel of the defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. Encounter with the victim. And why would that be? When you say geezer, I presume you mean the victim and proprietor of the shop, Mr. Winterbank?
Who else? Sorry, I mean, that's right.
So mean.
Well, he was keeping a close eye on the entrance to the gaff, obviously. But we never thought no one would come from
out of the back room like that. The back room being the pawnbrokery storeroom.
That's where he popped up from. Only place he could have been.
So it would seem the victim was already in the storeroom when these brothers entered the premises.
Which means Jenny must have been in there at the point as well.
Oh no, wait. When was the picture taken of them? That was one. And then I'm guessing these brothers came in a bit later because they didn't show up. Already in the storeroom. Yes. But that doesn't make sense. Does it? If Gina had thrown Mr. Winterbank into the storeroom with a gunpoint, then why would he have emerged from the same room alone when the brothers arrived?
I don't know.
Did you see the accused at the time?
That mortal, look, couldn't tell you. No way, Cobble. We had bigger fish to fry then.
The old geezer just lost it.
Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then flew us like he was possessed. I thought we had it.
You mentioned that Mr. Winterbank shouted those words in your previous testimony too. However, you claimed that you heard him yelling that on the other side of the storeroom door. What's going on here?
Did we?
The truth is, he was shouting those words at you, wasn't he?
Well, yeah.
Was the victim, Mr. Winterbank, wielding a gun at the time?
Was he ever, blimey lummy? A great ugly barrel he had, pointing straight at me frontispiece.
So what you're saying is, you definitely saw Mr. Winterbank with the gun at the time, is that right?
Yes, Cuff, it is. Spot on. And all of a sudden he came out as he did. It was bedlam. I didn't know what was going for who.
We were clearly all going for each other.
Like Nash said, we thought we had it. I mean...
You like soup, like wait, no, not soup. I noticed that you mentioned the counsel in your previous testimony too, and that's why this trial was continuing.
Yeah, of course we did.
He knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull water. Alright. Glad that's consistent.
I got tangled up into marrying it, what knocked over a picture frame.
Yeah, okay. Okay. It wasn't the sound of the gunshot that shocked you and made you knock those things off the counter.
Well, Big Brother went flying over the counter like a gunshot, I tell you. And the old geezer pinned him. He did, Nash, he did. If you hadn't been there, the bloke would have flattened me like a blooming pancake in seconds.
At the time in question, the alarm was raised at the local police station via a secret cable from the pawnbroker. There was a button under the counter used to activate it, which was presumably pressed by the victim. That's right, when the brothers fled the scene and back onto the street, they ran straight into the arriving police, didn't they?
Oh, Mr. Winterbank, he did everything he could to protect his shop. He put a gun on him and then legged it through that door.
Hold it!
Were you intending to shoot Mr. Winterbank?
No, never. I was just, looking out for me brother, weren't I? He was being flattened, don't forget.
By a man whose shop was being burgled, yes? Then the man fled into the storeroom when you pointed your gun at him, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. He shoved me away, then ran through that door and shot himself in.
There's something about that last remark. Something that doesn't quite ring true.
I wonder why Mr. Winterbank ran away into the storeroom.
What?
Well, according to what everyone's saying, Junior was in there waiting for him with a gun.
That's right. Ginny allegedly used Mr. Winterbank's gun to threaten him and force him to open the storeroom door. In which case, how did the gun end up in Mr. Winterbank's hands again?
I have no idea, but it is strange, isn't it?
The whole thing's strange. This little inconsistency could be significant. I should make a mental note of it.
Well, the point is, me and my brother here. That's right, Nash, that's right. Me and my brother here. We never had nothing to do with killing him. That's what happened, I swear.
So that's all these brothers are willing to reveal this time, is it?
We're still hiding something, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. Not just a minor detail either.
It's almost certainly because of these two that poor Mr. Winterbank. You can't let them get away with it, Bruno.
I know, I get the feeling. There's even less evidence at my disposal this time to prove that they did it.
We've come so far. Now it's time to finish them off.
I'll do my best. Something doesn't add up. Alright, so we just saw a relief. Fool us. I guess we need to think about where Gina was during all this. Chuck me off the counter. Put my gun on him and legged it. Okay, now I'll actually press. You say you had nothing to do with it. Sure.
Nothing at all. Nothing, Gav, nothing. The old geezer went and shot himself in the back room, didn't he? Locked it was from the inside. No, it was because we tried to open it.
It's decent all that one. Good and strong. Won't budge an inch. So in the end, the situation remains unchanged. Inside the storeroom with the pawnbroker, there was only one other person. The sole person who could have possibly shot the victim, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade. It would indeed appear so. What say you to that, Counsel? I don't know. I mean, there should have been, if she didn't do it. There's no one else that could have done. Let's see. Let's contextualize everything. So, okay, we're gonna leave. Could these two? Okay, if we say there could have been, then how do we substantiate that? My gosh, this is so confusing. Gosh. Why is this so hard? Oh my gosh. They find something. We're saying that this killed Winterbank, but I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't think we can definitively prove. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, this is a doozy, to be sure. Okay, let's just say there could have been, but like, I don't know what proof we have, or like, what person we've got. Let's see where this takes us. Oh my gosh. Mr. Skulkin. I mean, yeah, we also say something like, oh, why would Winterbank go back in the storeroom where Gina's armed? Like, wouldn't he be putting himself in danger? So, like, something is left unexplained, unclarified. I'm sorry, this case is so confusing.
What's I look for?
From the moment you admitted that you'd entered the victim face to face that night, the course of this trial changed completely.
It did?
What is your point, my learned friend? The question we must answer is who could have shot Mr. Winterbank? And it is but the belief of the defense that the defendant is not the only possible answer at all. Do we have anything to support this, though? I mean, yeah, some things aren't adding up, but like, how do we communicate? In that case, let us return to this plan of the premises. The victim was killed in the storeroom, which was locked from the inside. Those are the facts. So pray, what other possible answer to the question of who shot the man could there be? It does look pretty damning. Counsel, you must now provide answers to the court in respect of two conundrums. Two, my lord? Twice as many chances to be right, maybe? Wishful thinking. Indeed, namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim? Furthermore, where was the victim at the time? Surely, I don't think the body moved, so the victim was very much in the storeroom, I believe.
You're right, Bruno.
No, I'm not even entirely sure, but there's one thing I am sure about. If I can prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened, it would change Gina's prospects hugely. So now, time for some clarity. Yes. Show the court on this plan the answers to the questions posed by his lordship. Okay, so if... Indicate from where. Okay. Okay, so if your case so far has been, oh, it could have only been someone inside the storeroom, then we're going to say that that's not the only option. Oh God, this is so confusing. It has to be from here. I think something might go.
Take that!
The defense believes that the culprit could have shot from... Yes, okay, that's what we're saying. I think there's something viable. An answer to the second question. Not interrupting us? Okay, good. Assuming the culprit fired from the location indicated, where's the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure the victim was very much in the storeroom.
Take that!
Oh my god, this is so confusing. The culprit shot the victim from outside the storeroom. Continue. Okay. Mr. Winterbank died instantly from a bullet wound in his back. Looking at the stain of the blood of the storeroom floor, it doesn't appear that the body was moved after death. Yes, that's right, which tells us that he was almost certainly shot when he was in the storeroom. However, the crucial point is, where was the shooter when the fatal bullet was fired? Surely you can't rule out that, yeah, just because the victim and the defendant were in the same room, like, that can't be the final answer, like, who's to say it wasn't from outside? Like, who's to... is that what we're going with? Who's to say, right? Well, according to the Skulkin brothers' earlier testimony...
I pulled me gun on him and he legged it through that door into the back room.
Did you chase after him? If Mr. Winterbank ran away through the door, we have to assume that the door was open at the time? Okay, but who locked it? Why would Gina lock herself in, though? Like, if he died while the door was open, it was at precisely that moment when the victim was fleeing for his life. Oh, but I guess if the shooter was from outside, like... God, guns, Penny. Oh my god, I'm sorry, why am I so confused? Wait, did I even read that? Sorry. Yeah, these brothers had the perfect opportunity to shoot the man in the back once he was inside the storeroom. I suppose we got them?
Come to think of it, do you remember what the prosecutor said at the start of the trial?
He said a lot of things. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. Can he even... Oh, okay, so we're saying the door was open. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in... Oh, it does look rather short, yeah. Wait, but who are we saying shot Sholmes then? I'm so confused.
Sure, while he was running as fast as he could to safety.
Of course. He would have been leaning forward as he was running away. So even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it would still enter his body on an upward trajectory. Is that what we're going with?
So the culprit isn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Winterbank.
Objection!
Oh, what now? I was getting hopeful for a bit. I'm sure my learned friend can't have forgotten that the storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. Oh, shoot. How do we explain that? You claim the victim was shot as he fled into the room. Do you also claim his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock? There was someone else in there. Are we saying Gina did it then? What if someone else locked the door? Yes, there is someone who could have locked the storeroom door. Is that what we're going with? Is that so? Yes. The why, I don't know, but yes, it is a hypothesis. In the scenario just described, the defense's assertion is that the victim was shot from outside the storeroom. In which case, who shot Gina? They're saying it's her, right?
Take that!
She didn't want to get shot either, I'm guessing. The person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom. The defendant.
Objection!
That's absurd. You're suggesting that the accused deliberately engineered the sealed room. For protection though, right? For what possible reason? Such actions would only serve to tighten the noose around her neck. Well, she didn't do it, there shouldn't be a problem. I'm inclined to agree, I must say. Well, counsel? Oh, fuck, we're doubling back on it. This is a tricky one, I'll give you that. Half-baked notions have no place in my courtroom, counsel. Remember that, please. Of course, Ginny would have locked the door. It almost goes without saying, doesn't it? It does. You mind telling that to the judge and the prosecution? Well, if I was Ginny in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could. I mean, those two burglars had just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they? Yeah, but like, can't the gun penetrate through the door? Obviously! Why am I so confused? Anyway, before the two brothers arrived, Miss Lestrade and Mr. Winterbank were in the storeroom together, yes. Now, I don't know what went on between them at the time, but at some point, Mr. Winterbank must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom. Okay, to deal with them.
Intruders, eh? It's us, bruv.
If your theory is correct, that would leave the accused alone in the storeroom. Okay, yes. Yes, it would. And probably only moments later, the victim fled back through the storeroom, hoping to escape danger. Hit in the back by the bullet, Mr. Winterbank fell to the floor where he was, just inside the storeroom. And what we have to ask ourselves now is, what would the defendant have done in that moment? I see where you're going with this. I agree. Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Winterbank. As soon as that thought struck Mrs. Strayed, she slammed the door shut and locked it, in order to save her own life.
Hold it!
But I mean, we ain't the ones who done it. We ain't. You've got to believe us. I mean, come on, we never shoot no one.
Objection!
Sure.
It's blatantly untrue. I know for a fact that you would.
Because before my own eyes, you shot Mr. Hurlstone. Yeah, we're saying they shot Sholmes. Who always say he shot Winterbank though? What? There's only one logical conclusion here. Mr. Skulkin, you brothers had every opportunity. Do you have been the two perpetrators of Mr. Winterbank's... Are you saying that we sniped the guy? What? But it was found in... Someone please... Oh, it's closer to the truth. Ah! Where does that leave us? You mean to say it wasn't the pickpocket who shot the pawnbroker after all? Should have known it was those three shady as a dense forest.
It's amazing, Bruno. All the members of the jury seem to be firmly on your side now.
Well, I think the problem is it's only a theory. You can't prove that it actually happened. I know, first time ever, and probably the last. Oh, come on, Yunosuke.
I think you've done it. Surely they'll have to give a verdict on that.
An admirable effort, my learned friend. What's this now? He's laughing. You find the situation amusing, Lord Von Zieks. I myself find the defence's argument most persuasive. I dare say. Such chicanery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation. But such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than an excusory pettifoggery here. What? The hypothesis you put forward so ostensibly, credibly cannot and will not stand. Because, you see, it contains a fatal flaw. Something obvious, is it? I thought you were going to be like, oh, it's just a theory. Do you mean to tell me that you're unaware of your logic's failing? So we're saying that... Oh yeah, something about shooting, right? Who actually shot Winterbank? If it's not the Skulkins who shot Jones. Is that what we're going with? I say, Lord Von Zeeks! Might be an idea to explain this bally conjuring trick or whatever it is to the troops on the ground, huh? The fatal flaw in my learned friend's argument is really very simple to understand. If I don't accidentally press the wrong button. Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets. Why, George, count bullets! Oh dear. He noticed. He's not stupid, I'll give him that. Oh, do you not scare? Counsel! Yes, sir? Tell the court, how many bullets were found at the scene of the crime? Well, one, really. If we're talking bullets. Two. Well, yeah, we didn't see the bullet that got into Winterbank, but yes, two confirmed bullets, yes. Correct. The first, that which hit the victim in the back, ending his life. Okay, yep. And the second, that which struck the detective, Mr. Sholmes, on his arrival at the scene. Oh, well, that too. And where do you say that bullet is? Indeed. Okay, let me explain my thought process so far. Like, yeah, there are two confirmed bullets. The one that shot Winterbank and the one that shot Sholmes, right? Well, like, he's literally asked, oh, how many bullets did you find at the scene? And I think the only physical evidence we have right now is actually, this one. Like, this is the only bullet we can see. Like, I mean, yeah, there's the one that obviously shot Winterbank. And, like, we guess it. And then as for this one, like, are you saying this is the one that shot Sholmes? Okay, so I guess we're only talking about two, then. Presumably, like, it's plausible that this is the one that shot Sholmes. And then... Okay. That still doesn't definitively mean that Gina the dude. The defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by the second... Okay, yeah, okay, thank you, Judge. Yes, that is correct. Yes. The one with the green blood. The bullet which injured Mr. Sholmes appears to have passed through his body to strike the calendar. Your lordship's understanding is correct. Yep, okay, I'm on the same page now. Furthermore, we know there are two firearms involved in the incident. Okay. Yeah, because... like, the guns we have at hand, like, they each fired one. Or, like... one of them fired one and then the other one is empty right now. We're assuming that one shot got fired though. Yeah, so two firearms are confirmed. And the Skulkin brothers' revolver. Yeah, Okay. The evidence shows that a single bullet was fired from each gun. Okay, yeah. Indeed it does. A single bullet from each. Now then, my learned friend. You yourself told the court only moments ago that these two brothers shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes right before your eyes.
Yes, I did. Oh my goodness, I think you're fine.
And if the single bullet that was fired from the brothers' gun hit Mr. Sholmes, it means
Winterbank not shot by same gunshot. Only one bullet stop.
yes. Okay, but that still doesn't prove that Gina did it. Exactly. We just proved that the bullets are coming from different guns. That's all we're saying. Yes, this nippity street performer presented an ostensibly credited argument. However, it was never anything more than a diversionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny. Hey, can we just explore this, please? No, stand your ground, you Nosuke. Okay, I know it's just a theory right now, but like, come on, that doesn't definitively prove anything. We just need to explain it. Pray forgive the discourtesy for flinging the dregs of this hallowed nectar into the public gallery.
Lord Von Zeeks!
But this court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Despite her young years, she can, regrettably, no longer be described as a juvenile. No, the person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with criminal conduct. The truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question with loathsome intent. As we can see beyond in this print, which depicts her threatening the victim with the murder weapon. There's no decisive evidence. Like, yeah, it's compromising, but like, we can't say for sure that's what actually happened. And I have here in my possession one piece of evidence the prosecution wishes to present. Oh my gosh. That oh, you're gonna say she lifted it or something? I thought we debunked it though. I'll be taking whatever it is of McGilda's down to the yard, thank you very much.
No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is, mine.
Sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilda has to be taken in as evidence now. Oh my gosh. Yes, the music box disc. McGilda's music box disc. Box disc! The very day before the hateful murder of Mr. Winterbank, the accused attempted to make off with this article, which clearly doesn't belong to her. And with none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, I might add, but by brute force and brazen impudence. Good gracious! Make no mistake! Any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. There are no depths to which this girl would not stoop if pushed, no crime she would not commit. The court forgets that fact at its peril. I see. I think it would be prudent to take this music box disc into evidence counsel as a grim testament to the defendant's character.
Lord Von Zeeks,
Inspector Gray... What? Yes, Inspector.
We had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service. I think it was agreed that the disc won't be used as evidence.
What's this all about? Why is the inspector acting strangely? That's the first time he said anything to the Von Zeeks at all. I am unaware of any such meeting.
But those were the instructions right from the top. The government bigwigs were insistent.
Inspector, I am the prosecutor, and I alone determine how to present my case. Your warning is noted. Thank you. The prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this discuss evidence, my lord.
Indeed, bailiff!
The prosecution has established the accused's motive, opportunity, and baseness of character. There is nothing more to add. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions and rest my case. I don't believe it. I had the jury on my side for 5 minutes.
Dear, it wasn't even 4 or 5 minutes, Rune.
My lord! Wonder if I might say something at this point. Proceed, Mr. Foreman. Been stumbling about in a bit of fog now, if truth be told, but all of a sudden, the answer's barely obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for it. Oh no! Very well, the court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you will present your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty. 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 Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
We have a consensus among the jury, it seems. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
That's my line! I wrote that for Hurley! How dare you use it against us!
Don't worry, Iris. I don't think we're finished yet. Still more to this case than we realise. There must be, because one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Winterbank. That's beyond any doubt. Very well. We will proceed with the second summation examination of the day. Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready? Darradam Squadron is primed and ready for action, sir! Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.